Another shadow to my light. Did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight.
Hello, welcome to the Teletonics TV show, Building You Unto Perfection. So this is our online discovery history news with favorite annotator. If you've not subscribed, subscribe right now. Click on that bell for notification as well to receive hints and clues and highlights on videos I will post to you from time within time. Okay, so today we're talking about the history and the real secrets of masquerades in Western Africa. The real secrets of masquerade in Western Africa. The ultimate stream channel. The ultimate stream channel that will expose to you the hidden agendas of masquerade practices in Western Africa, particularly Nigeria. Now, let's proceed forth. Before the British came to Nigeria to colonize Nigeria, masquerade activities has been going on. It has been going on, but it went on as more of a worship. It was a way to worship the gods. It was a way of thanking the gods, and it was a way of the gods speaking to the people. So the gods would possess a man. The man would come out in red clothing and then start talking to people with messages. So it was a way of the gods speaking to the people. It was a way of thanksgiving. They would come out in masquerade and they thank the gods, they dance, they jubilate. It was a thanksgiving practice. It was also a way of entertainment. During festivals, the masquerades to storm the entire the event center and then do all kinds of diabolic, flirtatious, fetish, and social displays in order to entice and entertain the people. So it was also a form of entertainment. Now, at that point, it was not that harmful. It wasn't that harmful. It wasn't that, even though it was harmful, but not that harmful compared to what it is doing now. What it is doing now, that is after the British colonized Nigeria. Now, after the British people left Nigeria, after they must have implemented the colonization, they left. Now, Christians came up. The villagers in the community, who were traditional worshippers that worship the idols, became Christians. Nigeria was Christianized. Some of the villages were Christianized. Now, these villages that are Christianized, but these British people abandoned and forsake their gods, their idol gods. Half of the masses were Christians. The rest half still believed and clinged to their traditional practices, to their idol worships, to their fetish, diabolic activities and manner of life. They said no, that we will not allow these white people take away our beliefs in the name of so-called Jesus, of a man that will bring us blessings and fortunes. They said no, a capital no to all of these things, and they had to resort back and even more sternly, more obstinately to their idol worship. The kings, the leaders, they are vexed by the Christians out there now, who are now stronger in faith and who has totally abandoned, detested, and showing a high rate of hatred for idol worship. They no more attend the meetings, they no more give them respect as they should. The kings are vexed. They made a plot with the masquerades as a strategy to torture, terminate, and extricate the Christians out of this world. If they are not going to worship the idols, then it is a time for them to become extricated out of this world. So a plot was made, a hidden plot was made, with obviously 4 points. 4 points. 4 points. One, the basic reason after the British left. One, and even this our generation, they may not know this. They may not know this. How did I know this? Divine revelation. Divine revelation. Research and visual analysis. Revelation, research, and visual analysis. Visual analysis, I apply psychology, I apply sociology, anthropology, and science to understand all of these movements, all of these movements, all of these movements, all of these movements. The discernment was my key weapon, my key pointer, indicator to indicate, decipher, infer out all of these activities. That's what I was saying. There are 4 reasons, 4 hidden point agendas behind the masquerades as of today. The first point, the first agenda was to physically abuse the Christians, physically abuse them. They get them abused in order to leave their faiths, their newly founded faiths. So the masquerades, if they are collecting money from people who are Christians, but they wouldn't collect from people who are non-Christians. That was the initial game. So as a Christian, on your way to church, you'll be stopped. They will collect your money from you, and if you said no, they'll beat you up until you find yourself going back home. It was a drama. They'll beat you up, and then you find yourself back home. They'll mess up your clothes, get you destroyed, get you polluted, death. Then you find yourself back home. All of this abuse was a way to ostracize you, traumatize you, get you perplexed, perturbed. And then you say, why should I follow a God that gets me into all of these pains? Whereas when I was worshiping the idols, I had lesser pains, lesser troubles, and then you have a return of mindset to go back to your former faith. That was a strategy. That was the idea. That was the malicious, shifty insight and reason for the masquerades as of today. Second point was to raise children into idolatry, because they knew that these British people has Christianized the minds of majorly everybody, and nobody was into masquerade worship anymore. Nobody was into idol worship anymore. They had to get or recruit, initiate, raise a new generation that will still continue their ancestral worship. So the masquerades, they will entertain the children, beat them up sometimes, get them to feel the spite of revenge. And then after the spite of revenge, they would want to go and also revenge on what was done to them. They would now find themselves going to masquerade activities. They get them initiated, and then they start practicing the idol worship without them even realizing that. So they think that they are having revenge, they are having fun, they are making money, they are excited, but without them realizing that they are slowly and surreptitiously, timely living their Christian faith. That was the strategy, to raise Christian children who have left their faith to become idol worshippers. Because they knew the idols won't bite into the idol, but children, as slow and as innocent, as ignorant as their mind are, would easily be influenced. And they are the future of the idol worship of the land. So they would get them initiated as well and ensure that they find themselves regularly in the idol worship of masquerade activities. That was the strategy. The third point, the third agenda was to exploit women. To exploit women. To exploit women. Now, women that are Christians, Christian women. But even today, as of today right now, it has moved from Christian women to every person on skirt, every person with a reproductive female organ. So they were going to exploit women. If you're a Christian and you don't have money and it's late in the evening or you come back from church, they will rape you there, they will sexualize you, they will bully you, they will get your body abused. And you wouldn't, how could you fight the masquerade? How could you fight spirit? How could you? That was the way the gods were punishing you for being a Christian. What a game, what a game, what a game, what a game. So women were, even as of today, women are still raped by these masquerades, these antichrists in rags, antichrists in rags, because that's what they are, masquerades, antichrists in rags. That's what they are. They will exploit women, they will rape them, they will get them sexually abused because of the faith. Because of the faith. Who were doing this? The young men that newly became idol worshippers. They were doing this. The youthful exuberance and sexual pleasure was burning in their bloods, in their bodies, and they were channeling it to the young women, the old women. That was the strategy. That was the mind game that the devil played on Nigerians, played on Africa. The fourth agenda was sacrifice of destiny. Sacrifice of destiny. They were sacrificing destinies to the idols. Sacrificing destinies to the idol. That is why anyone that is a masquerade worshipper or anyone that is a masquerader, look at them. An idol masquerader, look at them, because we have different kind of masquerades. An idol masquerader, look at them. The majority of them are wayward, wasteful, poor, wretched, and socially biased, mentally biased, abusers, defilers, and covetous. They are covetous. They are covetous because that's one gift the enemy gives to them. During the sacrifice of destiny, they become covetous. That was the key and strategy that they used at those times. And even right now, it's working right now. So masquerades, we are very, very demonic. It was demonic, and it's easily influenced younger generation because it's expresses itself in an array of form. So you think it's fun, but you don't know that it's against your faith. It's against your faith. It's against the faith. It's against humanity. It's against societal standards and norms. I mean, those people that are masqueraders, they have no social value. They have no sensible moral social value. They are totally mundanes, immorals, and polluters. They could have the money, but they are covetous. It was coined from covetousness. These are the four hidden secret agenda behind masquerades of today. Thanks so much for watching this episode of the online Discover History Your Favorite Answer. If you have not watched the previous ones, go back to watch them as well to get more notification as well and to get more opened up, more enlightened, and more eye discovered into realities occurring in our present world and as of history also. Thank you so much. We'll see you next on our beautiful episode coming to you next time, still on this TV show. Thanks, and it's bye for now.
You were the shadow to my light. Did you feel us? Another star, you fade away. Afraid our aim is out of sight. Wanna see us.